When hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Hey kids, wanna see a dead body?
Hi guys, this is the Void of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another fanfiction story. If you like this type of content, smash the like button and subscribe for future videos updates that I do post on my community tab frequently. If you want to get access to my content early, check out my Discord. Even though I haven't been releasing early content yet, I just haven't had time to make more scripts all at once, so that's why I haven't done it recently. So before we start this, I looked up if Android 17 ages or not. According to what I found two different type of sources that says two completely different things. One of the things says that 17 ages a lot slower than a human, and I found other information where he doesn't age at all. So for this, I'm going by where 17 doesn't age at all. Now let's get this story started. We start our story off several months after the defeat of Perfect Cell at the end of the Cell games. As you could see, Android 17 watching the stars on top of a cliffside in the large canyon that he's in. Interesting place you chose to hide in, 17. It's a good place to watch the stars. It has a great view. What do you want, 18? What, can your twin sister check up on now and then? Hope you're not planning anything to cause any trouble. Lighting up, 18. You don't have to worry. I have no intention of causing trouble. I have no doubt Goku and his friends would be quite upset. Even though the mere thought of fighting those humans again brings some excitement. But I have no intention of finding out at the current time. I know you, brother. What's bugging you? I'm bored, 18. It's too quiet. No excitement. I could always be a ranger, but I'm not ready for that just yet. I want to have fun, 18. I'll catch you later. As 17 blasted off, leaving 18 behind, 17 eventually stopped on a middle-sized island. 17 leaned against a large tree. He started to rest his eyes until he felt a presence that immediately put him on guard. As 18 immediately went into a fighting stance. Who's there? It's a lovely night, isn't it? 17. Or should I say Lapis? 17 narrowed his eyes as he sees a black-haired woman come out of the shadows. Relax. I'm not here to cause you any harm. The fact that you know my real name, I call bullshit, woman. And I could sense you're not some human. I don't know what you are, but you're not human. You are correct, 17. I am no human. Think of me as the aspect of death. 17 scoff. And was it the aspect of death once with me? I come here to offer you a proposal. And what if I refuse this proposal? Feel free to decline. I hope you accept. After all, this would be quite fun for you. Fun, you say? I'm listening. For now. You see, I'm not from this dimension. I normally leave the technical work to the other gods in this dimension. I'm still the aspect of death, even here. But recently I noticed a new timeline in one of the dimensions that I have to run with the rest of my siblings. It's really causing me a crap load of work. Get to the point, lady. Very well, 17. I want you to go there, to this timeline, to stop the chaos that will erupt, and stop a man, an alien, a Kryptonian that goes by the name Superman. What do you say, 17? You want to go on a little adventure? To have some fun? New dimension, you say? Let's just say I accept and believe your fairy tale. Why do you want this Kryptonian dead? It's not completely true. I would prefer to have him alive, but if you have no choice, kill him. No matter what you do in that dimension, it won't affect the status quo that the universe is supposed to follow. This timeline wasn't supposed to be created in the first place, and I really don't need the extra work. So what do you say? You in? Do I even have a choice if you are indeed who you say you are? But regardless, do I have to decide now? No, you don't. I'm not forcing you to do this. But take your time, 17. I'll come find you in 5 days. Give me your answer then. As death sunk into the shadows of the nearby tree on the island, disappearing, leaving 17 by himself, as a cold gust of wind blew towards 17, leaving 17 a lot to think about. He flew off back towards the place he's been staying at, an abandoned building near the ocean. When he finally arrived, he got back into his temporary hiding spot and lay low and lay on the bed on the second floor of the abandoned building as he rests his hands behind his head, staring upon the ceiling, thinking on the offer he just received from the strange black-haired woman with very pale skin. Just being around that woman gives 17 shivers. A few days has passed. 17 visits his twin sister, 18, who's getting quite close to the human midget called Krillin. I'm surprised to see you here, brother. Just wanted to come by and see you, 18. And why is that, brother? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the gesture, but you were never one for affection like this. Indeed true, sister. I just came to say goodbye. Goodbye. I have a feeling you're not telling me something. Something about this doesn't make sense. Let's just say I found something that could entertain me for quite some time. So you won't be seeing me around for a while, sister. 17 gave his sister a genuine smile. 17 was about to turn around as 18 placed her hand on his shoulder. Wait, brother, what's going on? It would be too much of a pain to explain it all. Let's just say I was offered a chance to have some fun on a little quest off-world. Explain. Now. 17 explained his interaction with the human-looking woman that calls herself Death. And you believe her? Of course not, but if there is a slight chance that she's telling the truth, this could be quite entertaining for me. If this person, who's calling herself Death, was telling the truth, how do you know you can even come back? Got here easy enough, so I highly doubt she'll have any issues. Bring me back. Relax, 18. I'm just worried. If I know you, and I do know you very well, brother, you're definitely gonna get over your head. Relax, 18. It's my charm. Don't worry, I'll be back. I know I can't change your mind. No, you can't. You have a good thing going for you. Who's that midget? His name is Krillin. Don't really care, but he seems to make you happy, and that's good enough for me. If he hurts you, though, I'll crush that little midget's body into paste. After 18 and 17 said their goodbyes, 17 went flying off, went back to the place where he met the strange-looking pale woman at the same spot. As he landed onto the island, it didn't take the appearance of the woman to show up once again very long, as she reappeared throughout the shadow of the tree. Have you made up your mind, 17? I have, but I have questions. I figured you would. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Is this a one-way trip, or can I come back and forth? I've already expected that question. That's why I had my other family members help me as a black form of smoke start to hover over Death's hand, forming into a black ring. Take this artifact. It will allow you to open a portal that will only bring you either to this dimension or to the dimension you're going. 17 took the black ring and examined it closely, seeing all sorts of inscriptions that he doesn't recognize. He flew caution out of the window, and placed the black ring over his finger, not feeling anything. So how does it work? You just have to picture it in your mind. Just picture a black portal. Outside of this Kryptonian you mentioned, what else you want me to do in this world where this ring is going to send me to? All you need to know is wait for the Kryptonian that is known to be Superman turn bad. What do you mean, wait until he turns bad? Hasn't he already? The difference between this dimension and the dimension you're going to go to, time runs differently. When you do go to that universe, Was that ring? I don't know specifically what time you be sent. You could arrive during the timeline where the ring will take you is not certain. It could take you several years before the Earth's mightiest heroes turned tyrants. There's no guarantee. It's basically the luck of the draw when you arrive into that dimension. 17 wasn't bothered. That just means he has more fun before his official mission begins. So do you have any further questions, 17? You do understand there'll be plenty of unnecessary death if I go to this dimension. You know what I am, right? Who I am. I'm fully aware of what you are. That's why you're perfect for this mission. Out of all of the existing androids in your dimension, you are the strongest. Damn right I'm the strongest. I guess we should get started now. At 17, it managed a black portal in his mind as the black ring glows a slightly black color as a black portal appeared in front of 17 in the aspect of death. Good luck, 17. I'm an android. I don't need luck. Without any hesitation, 17 walked through the black portal as he instantly was teleported to the Injustice universe. When 17 stepped out of the portal, he found himself in a desert area, arriving in that timeline way before the Justice League ever formed. 17 immediately took flight and go to the nearest city he could sense. Eventually, 17 found a town not too far away from the desert. As he approached the town in the dead of night, using the shadows as cover, eventually found out he's in a city in Egypt. After gaining access to a computer through the local library, once Android 17 broke in and placed his hand over the monitor as he hacked into the computer, downloading all the relevant information about anything mentioning Kryptonians or Superman in a database. I see, so the Boy Scout hasn't gone postal yet. I'll just have to wait and see how things progress before I challenge this Kryptonian, this Superman. In the meantime, I should enjoy myself. There is quite a bit of information about this city in America called Gotham. I might as well check that out. It sounds fun. 17 immediately exited the library and flew off with no one the wiser of his presence in the town. After a long flight from Egypt to America, he could easily fly faster, but 17 chose not to. He didn't want to fly on top speed. He wanted to enjoy the scenery of the world. This planet is far more bigger than the planet that he's from. This Earth is completely different when it comes to land mass and the body of water. Everything's so different. There's a few differences, like there's no walking prehistoric dinosaurs roaming around the wilderness. but he sees much larger presence of humans that he's observed from a distance from the sky. 17 eventually got closer to Gotham, but he had to go through Metropolis to do so, as he stopped in Metropolis for a pit stop. 17. Well, 17 is Andros. He doesn't necessarily need to eat, but he still needs to consume water. So after pickpocketing a man with well-fitted suit, he went to the convenience store to buy a bottle of water with the money he stole. 17 could hear an explosion erupt from outside, as something blue fly past the store window. As the blue object hit a parked car hard, as he watches Superman unlodge himself from a nearby car and charge forward at his opponent. 17 stepped out of the store and opened the top of the bottle of water and took a swig. As he sees the Kryptonian known as Superman fighting someone. The Boy Scout's definitely not hard to miss, wearing those tights and that cape. He definitely has a weird taste of fashion. It almost looks like he's fighting in his pajamas. How utterly amusing. As 17 watched the much younger Superman collide with a metal-looking skeleton that goes by Metallo, as they lock hands with each other, trying to overpower each other. As 17 watched the battle in the sky. Enough, Metallo, I'm taking you down. Interesting, Superman, but how will you do that? When I do this, as he shot a beam of kryptonite energy from his chest, hitting Superman. Superman was sent flying backwards as Metallo slammed his fist across his face. Metallo approached Superman, who was struggling to get to his feet after the solid strike across his face. What's the matter? Feeling a little weak in the knees, are we, alien? As Metallo slammed his fist into Superman's stomach and grabbed him by the hair and slammed his face into his knee. You're making this far too easy. Metallo noticed several reporters in the area. Good, we have an audience. As Superman tries to slam his fist into Metallo, only for the villain to catch his fist and blast more of the beams of kryptonite into the Man of Steel. The civilians of Metropolis, today you will witness the death of your guardian, the death of Superman. Today, hope dies. Superman grit his teeth and managed to land a powerful blow into Metallo's chest, sending the robotic man sliding backwards, as Clark got much needed distance from himself and Metallo. Clark decided to keep his distance and shoot his heat vision towards Metallo. Metallo, seeing the heat vision coming towards him, crossed his arms and tanked the attack. Unfortunately, he wasn't expecting the heat vision to hit so hard, as he was sent flying backwards into a nearby building. But it didn't take Metallo long to recover and come running out of the building and begin to dodge waves after waves of heat vision, until he got close enough and shot another Kryptonian energy blast from his chest, hitting Superman. Slowly and surely, Clark started to get weaker as he's being overwhelmed. Clark wasn't expecting Metallo to upgrade his body the way he did. Before Metallo could shoot off the finishing blow, Clark saw a young man above the air with black hair that reaches to his shoulders. As Android 17 simply kicked Metallo across the face, sending the villain sliding across the street like a rag doll, as the metal of Metallo's body began to create sparks from skidding across the hard surface of the street. Relax, Boy Scout. I'm tagging myself in. Catch your breather, boys. Catch your breather. Who are you? 17. I would love to sit here and chit-chat with you, Boy Scout. But I have a sad excuse for a android to deal with. Allow me to handle this. This is going to be fun. As 17 has a grin on his face. Metallo came running towards 17. I don't know who you are, but you're dead. As he swung his arm, expecting his fist to kill the young kid on impact. Only for Metallo to be shocked by his fist was caught easily in the palm of 17's hand. You call that a punch? You pile scrap metal? As 17's slammed the back of his fist, across Metallo's face, sending the villain into a couple parked cars. At this time, all of the reporters are either pointing their cameras at 17, including Lois Lane, as she ordered Jimmy to catch every moment of this. It's very rare for a new hero to arrive in Metropolis, so she wants to get every footage that she's able to get out of this fight. Is that all you have? I thought you would be at least entertaining for me. At least for a little bit. You're not a very good playmate. Very disappointing. Metallo shot out a beam of kryptonite out of his chest, only for everyone to be surprised as 17 activated his barrier, energy barrier, completely negating the energy attack. Once the green barrier dissipated, 17 gave Metallo a vicious grin. Nice attack. My turn. As 17 extended his palm outwards towards Metallo, as key energy started to build up in the middle of his palm, as he shot out a Kai blast towards the mechanical man, landing a direct hit. As Metallo was hit hard, there was a slight energy explosion as Metallo was slammed into a brick wall, heavily damaged by the attack. The explosion was condensed enough to damage Metallo severely, but not damaging outside of Metallo. No collateral damage. No one got hurt besides who 17 intended to hurt. 17 walked towards Metallo and ripped out his Kryptonian heart out of his metal body. As Metallo begins to slowly shut down. What a interesting looking rock. No matter. As he tossed the glowing green rock over his shoulder and walked towards Superman. Clark gestured 17 to meet up in the air as they both took flight. I want to thank you for the assist. No problem, Boy Scout. I was just in the area, but I still owe you for saving my ass. As they both begin to shake hands. Android 17 inner thoughts. So this is the guy who is supposed to be some sort of tyrant. Clearly, whoever made him that way hasn't happened yet. But I won't interfere. I'll let things play out until he turns bad, then I'll put him down. It's to make the fight a little more interesting. As 17 finally spoke up, no problem. How long are you going to be in Metropolis? Probably for a few more hours. I'm just here for a pit stop. Quite a lovely city you have here. Metropolis is quite an amazing city. I'll catch you later, Boy Scout. I have things to do. Name 17. Superman. Thanks for the help. Again, 17. You're always welcome in Metropolis. Thanks, Boy Scout. I'll catch you later. As 17 flew off towards the direction of Gotham City, it didn't take him long to arrive at the city limits of Gotham. Just outside the boundaries of Gotham City, 17 saw several humans trying to dispose of a body by digging a hole in the ground. 17 was descending down and standing right next to one of them. You might want to dig the hole a little bit deeper, so when it rains, the water won't raise the body to the surface. Good idea. As 17 watched the realizations of his presence click in the human's painful brain, as they immediately pointed their guns at 17. Who the fuck are you? He easily bent the barrel of the gun with only 2 fingers. You see, gentlemen, I'll be relieving you of that muscle car of yours. I'll be taking it. Like hell you are, kid. Without hesitation, 17 plunged his hand into the man's chest. As his hand grabbed onto his heart and ripped out his hand of the chest as the man falls down dead to the ground. The moment he dropped the heart from his hand, the rest of the gangsters opened fire, only to see their bullets to be casually slapped out of the way with his hand. What the hell are you? Nothing personal. I just like the car. Goodbye, human. Humans. As 17 blast a key blast, killing the rest of the gangsters. 17 check the dead gangster that he ripped his heart out of his pockets, as the gangster he killed had the keys. As he walked away towards the muscle car that's parked on the side of the road, as he unlocked the door and put the key in the ignition, as he started up the muscle car and peeled off towards the direction towards the city limits of Gotham City, enjoying the joyride. 17's hair is blowing from the wind as he has a massive grin on his face, dodging around the cars with the muscle car he took. 17 clearly noticed a good portion of the city has been quarantined off by a large black metal wall, separating the rich part of Gotham from the more violent parts of Gotham City. As he sees the gate closing, no you don't, as 17 hit full throttle onto the vehicle, as the black metal gate is beginning to close, as 17 slammed his foot basically on the pedal, like I said, and barely broke through the barricade that the police officers made, as 17 barely made it through the black metal gate that shut right behind him. As 17 pressed the brakes, as the car took a sharp turn, as the vehicle slid to a stop to the side of the road. I'm pretty good at this driving thing. As 17 hopped out of the window of the vehicle and put the keys in his pockets as he observed his surroundings. It didn't take 17 long to attract attention, as several thugs came out of the nearby buildings, and they began to surround 17, thinking he would be easy prey. You know, gentlemen, this is not going to end well. It's definitely not going to end well for you. Any of you. Shut the fuck up, punk, and hand over all your valuables. Humans. You humans never could tell you. You humans can never have the slightest inkling of intelligence to know who you're talking to and who you know your betters are. You cocky little shit. Take him out, boys. The first thug behind 17 tried to slam his bat in the back of 17's skull, only for 17 to tilt his head to the side, dodging the metal bat. As another bat came from another thug, as 17 dodged that as well, twisting his body. With a simple gesture of a flick of his finger, he flicked one of the foreheads of the thugs, sending the man flying backwards, hitting the brick wall hard, knocking him out on impact. 17 begins to yawn, like he's bored, irritating all the low-level thugs. Then 17 seemed to disappear, then reappeared right behind all of the thugs. As all of the rest standing thugs fall down to the ground, unconscious. 17 simply put his hand in his pockets of his pants and began to walk down the street, going further into Gotham City, whistling to himself. Only reason 17 spared the humans was because he doesn't deem them as a threat. Normal humans can't do anything to him, so he has no fear from them, so he doesn't need to kill them. And he doesn't want to track any attention towards himself. He's unsure if Gotham has a protector like Metropolis, so he decided to play things carefully. That doesn't mean he's gonna shy away from a good fight. And he has no problem killing his opponents. He's just gonna use restraint against normal day humans. After all, 17 is supposed to be one of the good guys. That thought just made 17 laugh. Him a good guy. As he did so, as 17 continued to walk down the street. That's where we're going to stop it.